So how do we contextualize ESG, or environmental and social corporate governance commitments? Well, the global framework for ESG reporting is the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And the UN has called for $6 trillion annually until 2030 to address these goals. And there's widespread agreement. 195 countries have agreed via the 2015 Paris Agreement. 2,300 CEOs have backed the budget through the Financial Stability Board's task force on climate-related financial disclosures. In April 2021, 160 financial services firms, and together they have assets in excess of $70 trillion, they backed the budget through the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero. In June 2021, finance ministers of the G7 nations also backed the budget. So to put $6 trillion in context, the world currently spends $2 trillion on defense annually. So $2 trillion to $6 trillion, in essence, every country will quadruple their existing defense budget through additional taxes. Let's look at some examples. The US will increase from $740 billion in defense to $3 trillion in defense and SDG spending annually. Germany will pay an extra $181 billion. The UK, an extra $176 billion. Japan, $163 billion. France, $150 billion. Australia, $134 billion. Italy, $96 billion. Canada, $74 billion. And South Africa, an extra $11 billion per year in additional taxes. So just as with defense budgets, there may be less than full transparency on how SDG-related capital will be spent, and that's a problem. An alternative is to outsource ESG commitments to grassroots initiatives which provide full transparency. So my plea to you is to consider citizen projects as a viable alternative or even a complementary effort to governments when it comes to addressing the SDGs. In other words, fund projects by independent organizations and get involved personally. As far as possible, you want full transparency as far as your ESG budget is concerned. Thanks for your time.